Hi, I'm Rick Fulbaum. The forensics behind the Central Florida shooting taking center stage Tuesday as the defense continues making its case. A pathologist with an expertise in gunshot wounds on the witness stand describing the distance between George Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin when the fatal shot was fired.
If you lean over somebody, you will notice that the clothing tends to fall away from the chest. If instead you're lying on your back and somebody shoots you, the clothing is going to be against your chest. So that the fact that we know the clothing was 2 to 4 inches away is consistent with somebody leaning over the person doing the shooting.
He was questioned about the trajectory of the bullet and gunpowder on Martin's body.
The wound itself, by the gap, by the powder tattooing, in the face of contact of the clothing, indicates that this is consistent with Mr. Zimmerman's account that Mr. Martin was over him, leaning forward at the time he was shot.
The defense expert also describing injuries to Zimmerman's nose.
Notice how the outline here is a smooth outline. Here, it bulges out and then comes back. And if you then compare it to another photograph, you see that this is consistent with a possibly displaced fracture.
The prosecution cross-examining the witness.
I put my hand over that, right?
Okay. Yes.
What do you expect my hand to have on it?
Blood.
And a neighbor also testified.
Whose voice do you believe that was in the background screaming for help?
Based on the fact that I've only heard George's voice and it's a light male voice, I would say that it was his.
And by his, you mean whom?
George Zimmerman.
Also, Sanford, Florida's city manager was asked why Trayvon Martin's family was given the chance to hear the infamous 911 tapes before anyone else.
The decision was made to make them public, the purpose of showing them to the Martin family so they heard it first as a courtesy to the family.
Earlier in the day, Judge Nelson considered whether to allow defense attorneys the ability to use an animated depiction of the fatal struggle between Martin and Zimmerman. No decision has been made on that yet. 29-year-old Zimmerman, a former neighborhood watch volunteer, is on trial for fatally shooting Trayvon Martin, an unarmed 17-year-old, last year in Florida. Zimmerman is pleading not guilty to second-degree murder charges, claiming he acted in self-defense. For gavel-to-gavel coverage of the trial, go to foxnews.com/Zimmerman. In New York, I'm Rick Fulbaum, Fox News.